lies, and more lies. That's what DoorDash drivers tell themselves. This video is going to ruffle some feathers, but I don't care, because truth and reality, it really hurts sometimes. In my opinion, DoorDash gives Dashers a false sense of reality, and what happens? We lie to ourselves. Which makes us think we can achieve more, but at what cost? In this video, we are going to uncover 3 lies DoorDash drivers tell ourselves versus what is true reality. And stick around, because I'm sure there is a lie we have all told ourselves. It's just a matter of which one is yours. Before we even begin, what are some lies that you've told yourself about DoorDash? For example, DoorDash says I can make $17 to $25 per hour every single time I go out. Reality? Not so much. Will you? Sometimes. Will you not? Sometimes. Is it consistent? Not at all. Or how about this one? I'm going to turn on shopping and alcohol delivery so I can get some bigger orders. Yeah, you might get them. You might not. I'll give you a reality. You'll get more offers because it gives you more opportunities. But does it give you bigger orders? No. The algorithm, the app, it's going to do what it's going to do. It's going to give you whatever order it's going to give you. That's kind of the bottom line. It doesn't guarantee that you get these bigger orders. Okay, so let's get into these 3. Okay, first, flexibility. How many times have you been told, oh, you can work whenever you want, or oh, you can come and go, you can turn it on, turn it off, and work whatever you want to work on DoorDash? Well, yeah, it's true, right? But what's the reality really behind it? Here's the reality on flexibility. You have to schedule. So is that really flexible? Because you actually have to put it in 6 or 7 days in advance, depending on your tier, or if you're platinum, you can come and go as you please. Okay, well, that's first obstacle number 1. You can't tell me that someone who wants to work only 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. is going to make the same amount of money that someone who works 4 to 6 p.m. during a peak time. They're completely different opportunities for these drivers. You're talking someone who has a driver who has order after order coming in because they're working peak time versus someone who's working during the slowest times of the day. There is a reality that you have to work peak times, well, peak DoorDash times, not your peak times, in order to make money and get the same results. If you want better results, you kind of have to work the hours that are more beneficial to DoorDash than they are more beneficial to you. So is there flexibility? Yeah, there is, but on your what you really want to do versus what's reality, that's where it kind of gets a little tricky, right? Just by scheduling alone, DoorDash kind of sticks it to you just right there alone, because that's not true flexibility. You can't just hit Dash now if you don't have a schedule, if you're not a platinum Dasher. Talk about an employee model for you. Here's the next lie. If I work more, I'm gonna make more money. How many times have you told yourself that? I know I've told myself that. I can't tell you how many times over the years of me doing DoorDash, I have said, okay, well, I normally work from, making this up, 8 to 4. So I'm going to start at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And because I'm working 2 extra hours, I'm going to see a bigger number. I'm going to see bigger results. I'm going to get more money because that's the way it's supposed to work. That's not how it works. I can't tell you how many times I got disappointed in myself and kicked myself for doing that, because some days I ended up doing the same exact amount of money I did during my normal shift. I just worked longer hours and it wasn't worth doing it. It goes back to the whole thing of DoorDash is just so inconsistent. there are times that could happen. You could go out for longer and you could. Like, that is honestly the key word. Nothing is guaranteed. You're not guaranteed that if you work 12 hours instead of 8 hours, you're going to see a bigger result. That's not how DoorDash works. DoorDash doesn't work on a guaranteed. They work on, you take orders and whatever it ends up being, that's what you're going to do, which kind of goes back to what I started in the beginning of this video. Well, DoorDash says I'm going to make $17 to $25 per hour. You can make $10 an hour, especially if you go out early in the morning. You don't know what's going to happen. It is so unpredictable. But you tell yourself, I'm going to work more. I'm going to get more. Okay, so I need everybody to do me a favor. If you are liking this video and you're getting some value out of it, or you can relate to, you've lied to yourself about DoorDash. Heck, even DoorDash probably lied to you all together. Whichever way, give this video a thumbs up for me. I'm going to sit in one hot spot that will give me all the big orders. How many times have you lied to yourself thinking like hot spots are like the thing to do? Like, I am going to go because DoorDash is telling me this area of the map is red. And if I sit right where that fire is, I am guaranteed to get some big dollars out of it. That's not how it works. That's not how DoorDash works. Honestly, in my opinion, over the years, hotspots are complete BS. You can still get really good orders if you know your area, you know your market, and it might not even be an area that is red on the map. You have to find your own spot, your own honey hole, so to speak, that not any other driver really knows about. Because here's the thing with hotspots. Every driver looks at that map. I swear it's psychological, right? They look at where the red is and like, okay, that's where I'm going. So all these drivers converge on all these restaurants. So now DoorDash is trying to disperse, I'm making this up, 5 orders to like 20 drivers, and you're sitting around waiting for orders that never come to your phone. If you find an area that's not populated with drivers, the chances of you actually getting decent orders is greater. So that's why I think hotspots are complete BS. But if you are doing the same thing over and over again and not getting good results, you have to adapt and change and not lie to yourself that this is the best option for you. There are other options for you. You just need to explore them, experiment with them, and find different restaurants. Know your market. I said this for years on this channel. The more you get to know your restaurants, the more you get to know your market, the more money you'll end up making because you'll be an expert in your own area. So, what do you think? What is the number one lie you have ever told yourself about DoorDash? Go ahead, let me know in the comments. The other day, I talked about earn by time, and you're going to want to learn all about it in this video up next, and I'll see you over there.